Calla, dulla, rubor and tumor. No idea what they are? Stick with me and I'll explain everything. Hi, I'm Leah and welcome to the Thrive Practice, the shiny beacon in a health landscape often mired with confusion and misinformation. In today's video, we're talking inflammation, what it is, why it's a problem and what you can do about it. Inflammation comes from the Latin word inflammare, which means to catch fire, and you will literally feel as if you have done if you've ever experienced any of the classic symptoms of inflammation. Calla, heat; dulla, pain; rubor, redness; tumor, swelling. Inflammation is a natural physiological response to infection or injury, and a short-term acute type of inflammation is in fact our body's defense and repair mechanism in action. Let's say you sprained your ankle or picked up an infection. The immune system will send out special chemicals called cytokines. Now these chemicals are pro-inflammatory, and they will wave and send signals to other cells within the immune system to tell them to come and repair the damage or fight the infection. But in order for these cells from the rest of the immune system to make their way to the site of injury or infection, they need an increased blood flow. And that explains why you end up with the classic symptoms of redness or swelling. So that's what happens ordinarily. But what happens if the cause of the inflammation, be it an infection or an injury, is never fully dealt with? Well, in these cases, the inflammatory process continues unabated, like a car without a driver rolling downhill, completely unable to stop. This type of inflammation is chronic and damaging for the body. Chronic inflammation is often referred to as silent inflammation because it doesn't necessarily hurt or show externally. And like the teacher who is always having to deal with the low-level disruptive behaviour of the unruly kid in class, the immune system is constantly in this pro-inflammatory state as it tries to deal with the physical, emotional or environmental onslaught that it's going through. Eventually, and frankly understandably, after long periods in a pro-inflammatory state, the immune system may become a little bit bewildered with having to discern between you and the invader, and may in the end start attacking your cells. Underlying chronic inflammation has been linked to a range of conditions, from neurodegenerative disorders like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's, all the way to obesity. So how does this work? Well, around 70% of our immune system is located within our gut, which makes sense given how much contact our digestive tract has with the outside world. Now, if our gut immune system is being provoked constantly by food triggers or environmental toxins within the food that we eat, then it's constantly going to be in this pro-inflammatory state. Now, this pro-inflammatory state may have little or no symptoms, but over time, this chronic inflammation can irritate the lining of the intestines, and this can lead to the intestinal wall becoming a lot more permeable or leaky than it should be. Gut inflammation can also upset the balance of bacteria within the intestines by favouring the growth of bacteria that produce inflammatory chemicals that further irritate the lining of the gut wall. These chemicals can then escape alongside food particles that are partially digested and provoke an immune response beyond the borders of the gut wall, thereby ensuring that what started in the gut doesn't stay in the gut. So what can you do about it? There are some foods that will contribute to inflammation, and eating them on a daily basis will only add fuel to the fire. These include things like sugar, alcohol, food preservatives, refined vegetable oils, gluten and dairy. But it's not just about the food. Being inactive, stress and even mild sleep deprivation can all induce an inflammatory state within the body. It doesn't need to be all doom and gloom. Being active and managing our response to stress so that it's finite and only for that period when we interact with the stressor, making sure we get good quality sleep and eat anti-inflammatory foods like wild caught mackerel or salmon or even pumpkin seeds, as well as combining that with a diet that is rich in probiotics and prebiotics. All of these things can help us manage inflammation much better. And that's exactly what this channel is all about. Health improvement, science fact and lifestyle hacks to make healthy living a breeze. And if that sounds right up your street, then hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you never miss a new video upload. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.